Hello there, my name's Ray. I'm with Team S.T.E.A.M. and today I'm going to begin the process of making this 2007 F-250 look a little more like a serious work truck. This is an 07 F-250 Super Duty. It's got the 5.4 in it, and I'm getting ready to sell it. It's only got 40,000 miles on the rebuilt motor. It's got, like I said, the 5.4 in it, and I just put some different wheels and tires on it. The body's pretty straight all in all, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some chassis undercoating ground effects to it to kind of begin to eliminate. You can see where this paint's peeling up along the bottom. Not sure why. It's a factory paint job and it's just peeling up all the way along the bottom. So I'm going to feather all that back, get it all back to good steel, and then from here down I'm going to do chassis undercoating ground effects all the way around the fenders, which is going to allow me a chance to repair this rust, and there's rust on both sides. And while I'm at it, I'm going to repair these cracks, which are also on both sides. But before I begin any of that, I've got to sandblast it, and that's what I'm out here for today. Got my sandblaster all loaded up, getting ready to fire up the compressor, and I'm going to sandblast the inside of this bed because it's going to get undercoating. The back side of this tailgate's going to get undercoating. You can see this tailgate's been bashed in. So I'm going to straighten all that out, repaint the tailgate white, because I'm also going to do 2 undercoating racing stripes all the way down it. And that's going to carry all the way over to the tailgate. It's going to run down the tailgate. But before I do that, I have to repair the tailgate. All right, so I got that sandblasting done yesterday afternoon, and here it is the next morning. And today I'm going to begin the process of cleaning the truck up, masking the truck up, figuring out exactly where I'm going to have my chassis undercoater, and then figuring out what bodywork lies within those lines. And if there's any bodywork in there that needs to be done before I apply my undercoater, I'll go ahead and get that done today. And among the bodywork that I intend to do today, I intend to start to tackle this tailgate, which in a lot of cases, if you live near a bigger salvage yard, it's almost just going to be a better deal to go find a better tailgate. But I don't. There's not one anywhere near here that's got one. So I'm going to go ahead and push these dents out, so I can then mask it off to put the undercoater on it as well. Now, one of the first tricks I'm going to do to brighten this truck up is I'm going to take some fairly safe, lightweight compound, nothing real heavy. This is what I use. It's the best brand that I've found. And there's 2 or 3 different grits you can get. This is the Mystic Cut. This is the safest grit. You can use it on delicate paint. You can use it on glass and other surfaces. And then I'm just going to put it on this little buffer. And you can put it on a rag. You can do this with a rag easily. I own a little buffer. I own a big buffer too, and so I'm just going to use that. But then I'm going to take, as you can see, I've already put some on there, and I've already started smearing some of this on there with the buffer. And I'm going to take this. You can see how fogged out these old lenses are. And I'm going to go ahead and buff them out and wipe them down. And I've already done the other one. And as you can see, well, hey, there's old Kevin. As you can see, look how much more clear that is. All right, I've got a few of the steps done here, and I'll show you here what I've gotten done so far. All right, I got my vinyl on it, as you can see, all the way along the bottom, up and around the wheels. Did this on both sides, so all 4 wheel wells, all the way along the bottom there. Get you a better look at it. Mask the insides of the doors. You don't have to go ahead and mask full jams. This isn't going to have that much overspray, but you do want to kind of protect it and keep it looking a little more professional. And then I did another vinyl line right here beneath this cap that I removed. I removed the caps off of both sides, and this was all busted up, all broken up on both sides, as you can probably see through the repair how it was broken in numerous spots. And this had come loose from this and was wiggling around a little bit. It had come loose only at the very top, down about 1.5 inches there. The very first pinch weld had broken, so this was just wiggling on both sides. So I put a rivet in there, put a couple of rivets on the back side of here. As you can see on the other side, there's a couple rivets right there. I did the same thing here to hold this all in place. It had all broken loose. Then I knocked the whole thing down with a shrinking hammer, including this outside, and then did a fairly heavy fiberglass repair on it. So now this is good and solid. And now I can go ahead and get my masking done. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm pulling this masking paper or masking plastic up out of here, up past this line, cutting it off here at the box. So I have a strip that's about 2 or 3 inches wider than that. And as you can see, I've got a piece of plastic cut and already set on this side. It's not taped in place or anything. I'm just gonna, that's what's gonna happen on the box here. That's why they're as wide as they are. Then I'm going to go ahead and string taller plastic to go from here all the way up to the stripes that are on the roof, because this has been striped now. You can see that stripe below the window. That signifies the 2 stripes that'll happen below the window. There's the 2 that are happening above the window. As you can see, I've got all my stripes on the roof and down on the hood, running ready. And so my masking plastic is going to go from here to here. And then I'm going to run a piece of paper or plastic in between those 2. And you can see I've got it masked off. I've got the vinyl run. The fact that that runs straight doesn't matter at all. All this is going to be masked in anyway. So I'm going to be masking up the windshield, all this stuff, basically all in one shot. Same with this. I'm going to run a piece of plastic from here to here. From here all the way up to the top stripe up there. And the fiberglass that's on the front of the bed here is on both sides. And it's not the only fiberglass that I ran. Right here, we'll move this plastic out of the way. I beat this back about 1/8 of an inch with a shrinking hammer because I could tell that the rust was starting to deform the metal and bubble up to the surface. So I beat that all back with a shrinking hammer and put a big fiberglass patch on this side. And then over here, I did the same on this side. Same kind of scenario. You could kind of see where it was starting to bubble up and get through the paint. So I just, you know, as a preventive measure, just beat the whole thing back about 1/8 of an inch and put a nice fiberglass patch on it. So then I'll go ahead and cut that off at the bottom and smooth all that up and smooth all this up. There's the one on the other side. And then do body work, and then do body work. And then I have a couple little dents to fill. And then I'm going to sand everything down. And once everything is masked, bodywork's done, and everything's sanded, then I'm going to prime it in black epoxy primer. And then once that's cured, I'm going to put undercoating on it. As you can see, plastic over everything except for where the stripes are going to be. And where the lower protection is going to go as well. And the upper protection here. Across the tailgate, even below the window. All the way around this side. I just took pieces of tarp, because I have tarps of all different sizes, and so I took some pieces that would be okay sized, folded them in half, or even folded them a couple times if I needed to, and wrapped them around the tires and stuck a little duct tape on them, because these don't need to be masked up airtight. They just need to have a little bit of protection over them. All right, so now I've got all the masking done. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the body work. Got some body work basically on every single panel, all the way around the back fenders. On almost every single panel, maybe not that door, but pretty much everything else. The hood was free of it, so was the roof. But these side panels definitely were not. Everything is scratched. Everything's ready to go. All right, so I've got all the prep done, all the body work done, all the sanding done, all the scratching done. Everything's ready. I'm getting ready to go ahead and put some black primer on it now. I got the primer on it. I've given it a couple hours to sit. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the undercoater on. Now, even though this stuff is dry to the touch and ready to go within just an hour or two, it's really fast drying stuff, particularly for something that's water-based. I'm going to go ahead and leave it until tomorrow morning like I always do, Then we'll come out tomorrow morning, we'll go ahead and unmask it and put it all back together. All right, here it is the next morning. We're going to go ahead and get this thing unmasked, get it all put back together so I can get it pulled out of the way because I have the underside of a big oil field trailer I got to shoot today. All right, so I've got it all unmasked, all put back together. Let's walk around it and have a look. Okay, so we have here 2007 Ford F-250. This has got the 5.4 in it, the Mustang engine. And I've cleaned it up, done some body work, fixed some cracks, fixed some rust spots with fiberglass. As you can see, there's no evidence of any cracking in there anymore. There's no evidence of any of the rust anymore. That's all been repaired with fiberglass. The tailgate, which had quite a bit of damage right here from something heavy being dropped on it, is all repaired. The metal was straightened up first, so it's not just filled up with body filler. I put a cap off of a used truck on it because it doesn't need a brand new cap on a truck like this. It would be shiny black cap next to these more used ones, and this way it just looks the same. The tailgate's all done. This side looks just like the other side. This kind of drop down look for this undercoater right here fits right in. Looks like it could be factory. Again, no evidence whatsoever of any cracking that ever took place. No evidence whatsoever of any rust that was ever on it. All the dents and dings have been taken care of that I could get to. There's some that are still up here in the white because I didn't want to redo all the white. Stripes came out good. Got rid of this faded out old emblem. Put on a brand new one, trimmed in black. The stripes look nice. Nice and straight all the way down the truck. Everything fits, everything works. It was all prepped right, so it's going to stay there for a long, long, long time. As long as the truck's on the road. It could be pressure washed or anything else. It won't come off there. It was all prepped correctly. So this is what I would consider a pretty good example of a way that you can take your rather ordinary looking work truck, maybe with a few too many dents in the bottom part or a little bit of rust in some spots or cracks in places that you'd rather not see them, and you can turn it into something quite a bit more formidable and ready to hit the job site for many years to come. And you can do it right there in your own driveway. You can do it in your garage. You can do it in your buddy's garage. You can do it right where it sits. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. This is going to help me grow my channel. And if you like videos like this, or like semi-auto body, or gardening, or art, or any of the other things we do around here, you might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button because, you know, we always got something going on. We'll see you guys around.